God blimey, 2/3 of the way up. For the last 25 kilometers, been tough. And now the elevation, altitude, the thin air, starting to kick in. Time for a bottle. Where's your glasses? Easily the toughest climb I've ever done.
Oh, there's nothing tougher. That's the toughest you're gonna ever do.
I'm in Colombia to take on the world's newest, longest and highest road climb in the entire world. It's a challenge bigger than any I've ever faced before. The climb itself is a staggering 88 kilometers long and rises from just above sea level to 4,200 meters. But to ensure it's a big day out on a bike, the route we're riding is actually 115 kilometers long with 4,700 meters of climbing. Ouch! I'm not really sure what I'll let myself in for, so let's find out more from a local.
This climb has, let's say, two names. One that is Old Letras, the Old Letras Pass, and the second one is Alto del Sifón, which is kind of the name of the highest peak on the climb.
And it's only recently been paved, so quite a new climb to conquer.
Yeah, it's been recently paved. It used to be hell. I don't expect it to be any better, just a bit faster. Straight up, just changing, a couple of down little descents that are just basically changing from one mountain to the next, but just adding them in a way that is just a full climb all the way up.
I've been in Colombia for a few days now, soaking up the amazing cycling culture this country has to offer and acclimatizing as best I can to the high elevation. But how on earth do you prepare for a climb that's longer than any you tackled before? This is longer than a typical Sunday ride for me, and it's all uphill and higher than I've ever been on a bike before. Well, the opportunity to join a very exclusive club is definitely motivation to tackle this monster climb.
The old saying about the Letras, the standard one, which is the one that you start here from Mariquita, it's an 80k climb, 78k climb. They call it the graduation of the cyclist. Like, alright, you think you're a good cyclist? Have you climbed Letras? No, alright, you've not graduated. You still have a long way to go. So people have a big respect for it because I think it's a climb that puts you in the right place. You can be a really strong cyclist, but if you miscalculate anything, or if simply weather is not on your side, it's gonna give you a pretty tough time.
So it's 6 AM, off we go. So what a day, what an adventure ahead of us. A big climb, no idea what to expect. Just gonna take it easy, take it nice and steady, not go too deep, and see how my body copes with the elevation. But super excited, what a day ahead.
Rather than dive straight into the climb head first, we actually have a gentle 30-kilometer spin on flat roads to the base of the climb to warm the body and legs up. But sadly, the weather isn't on our side.
Yeah, now it's raining quite heavily. Whoa, okay, that's something, isn't it?
That was the actual ground level.
So what year was this when it happened?
Hace 35 años, 35 years ago.
35 years ago. Wow.
36 years ago.
And 20,000 people lost their lives.
People were killed that night.
So we just passed through a town that was destroyed by a volcano when it erupted 35 years ago. Yeah, quite sobering thought before we started the climb. Thankfully it stopped raining, bit of blue sky up ahead, and we're about to start this climb, the mother of all climbs. So Alvin, excited?
Hey, I think I'm as excited as I could be. We haven't slept amazingly the last few days.
We have not.
And it's wet again.
Yeah, it's got a very damp start, haven't we?
Yeah. But we're in Colombia.
It could be a long day in the saddle, wouldn't it?
Yeah, probably longer for me than for you.
Well, I don't know about that.
We're both close to sea level where we live.
Yep.
And we haven't had a ton of time to acclimate, but it'll be okay, right? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm nervous but excited, so
Yeah.
No idea what to expect, but it should be good. Should
Yeah,
be fun,
I
hopefully.
agree. I agree. See you at the top, I'm sure.
So how high are we now, do you think?
Julián, ¿qué tan arriba estamos?
Mine says 1,000 meters, but I think it might be
700?
okay, 700 meters. So my Garmin about 300 meters too high.
Even the Garmin is confused.
Even my Garmin confused, yeah. It's saying too high, too much. So status update, done about 1,000 meters of climbing, approaching 1,000 meters elevation-ish. About 900 meters. I mean?
900.
900, okay,
Yeah.
so 900 meters. My Garmin's, yeah, not very accurate, so 900 meters. It's going well so far, nice steady gradient, 2-3%. The road surface very smooth.
Starting to see some coffee plants.
Oh yeah,
Those are
never seen coffee plants before. Lots of them. And that view. You can see the other mountain range on the other side. I've got a pair of Colombian pro climbers helping me today.
Oh, that's a big compliment. For slow climbers
What?
or balance bikers, I'm gonna take it really slow up there.
They're definitely looking after me today. Going nice and steady for me. But it's stunning, very beautiful. Look at that view. They've got a Sherpa. Hello. What's your name?
¿Cómo le da la vuelta?
Perfect. Perfect. Gracias. So we got Sherpas, guys on motorbikes with water, food, supplies to look after us. It's a thing out here. They're all ex-cyclists or current cyclists, and they ride a moto alongside us all day. They get paid, obviously, and it just means you can keep riding without stopping and worry about water and food. Really cool. Do a real sort of ecosystem built around cycling and climbing out here.
The overall stats for the climb are certainly intimidating, but the overall gradient isn't that severe. The challenge is really the length and height of the climb. So the first few miles roll by fairly easily, with an average gradient of about 4 to 5%, which is right in my comfort zone. The pedalling feels light and easy, and my excitement at the overall challenge is putting aside any fears about finishing and completing the challenge. The views along the climb are majestic as well, and take us through lush plantains and banana trees that grow in this hot, humid region on the lower slopes of this massive climb. There are even some downhill sections to break up the climb and give the legs a rest, but this is the last rest I get for the next few hours.
Right, so we're about 1/3 in, and so far so good. Going as easy as could be expected. The gradient is nice and chilled. The temperature, humidity not so bad, but we're only at 1,000 meters elevation, which means the second and the last third have a lot of climbing. I'm doing okay so far. Hey doggo, in the middle of the road. You alright? It's okay. Dogs everywhere, just chilling out in the road. But so far having an amazing time, amazing experience. Beautiful, spectacular landscape. Coffee plants everywhere. Never seen coffee plants before. I've seen loads today. Colombia is a cool place. It's vibrant, bustling, hectic. Dogs everywhere. Dog in the road. Right, pal? This thing here. So we just stopped in the first town. Gone from really quiet, traffic-free road to this crazy, hectic town. Got a nice cold Coke. Just topping up our supplies with our moto rider. Yes, going well so far. Hopefully I haven't gone too hard too soon. But yeah, fantastic experience so far. Highly recommend it. The climbing's been enjoyable so far. How on earth do you pace yourself for a climb that's longer and higher than anything you've done in your life? Well, for me, got my heart rate and power meter on, just to keep those numbers low, keep my heart rate low, and try and save as much as I can for what will come later in this ride. Right now, it's tough, I'm sweating loads, but enjoying it, trying to ride within myself as much as I can. I got my 2 Colombian domestiques looking after me, giving me a bit of support, encouragement. But I know very soon the altitude will start to bite, but I'm enjoying it while I can. The landscape has just totally changed from humid and tropical to something resembling California, Marin County, or even part of England. Look at that. Temperature's dropped as well, which is nice. Yeah, it's stunning. And now a lot more familiar terrain. Look at that. Yes, amazing how much it should change. God blimey, 2/3 of the way up for the last 25 kilometers. Been tough. The gradient has definitely been steeper, taking a toll on my legs, and now the elevation, altitude, the thin air starting to kick in. Time for a bottle. Where's your glasses? Amazing having the moto. I don't think I could do a climb on my own. There's not a lot of places to stop for water and food, and I've been drinking so much just to stay hydrated. So I might see you at the top. You might have dropped me now.
It's gonna be what, maybe 1,200 meters more of elevation to gain.
Wow.
Yeah, which is gonna mean several degrees less.
Okay, yeah. I'm not worried about the cold. I'm worried about the
altitude.
The altitude, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get now it's real altitude. So we're what, like a third, almost a third. 2Ks from being a third in, a third remaining.
2/3 in. A third remaining. Okay, yeah. Okay.
I think we just passed the toughest segment, which was between Líbano and Murillo, kind of very steep, consistent climbing.
Yeah.
For a long time. And now we're gonna do the last one, which the complexity is just the high altitude.
Okay, so not as steep and gradient, but another challenge in the altitude.
Another challenge. Yeah, just keep breathing.
We're trying. It's very colourful, the town.
Oh, yeah.
Finally reaching 3,000 meters above sea level, I say goodbye to my Colombian climbing pals. It's been fun, but now I'm on my own. The thinning air is really having a big impact on my ability to function and turn the pedals. I also feel lightheaded, dizzy, and my breathing is much shorter than before. So I work hard to control my breathing, to keep myself calm, and just focus on the task at hand, turning the pedals 1 pedal stroke at a time. I will admit to being fearful at this point of completing the challenge. It's without doubt the most I've ever suffered on a bike in my life. I've been to dark places before and been close to quitting many times in the past, but right here, right now, I want it to end so badly. But I have to keep going, so I dig as deep as I can and keep turning the pedals. I didn't travel halfway around the world to give up 10 kilometers from the summit. Even if it takes all day, I have to finish what I started. I down a caffeine gel and push on. Slowly I trudge up the road, reduce to 1 pedal stroke at a time, going as slowly as my bike's gearing allows. The weather has now taken a turn for the worse as well. The rain is hammering down now. I'm glad I carried a waterproof jacket in my jersey pocket. Thunderclaps echo in the distance. It's intense and epic. Despite the suffering though, I still managed to take in a breathtaking view of the mountain landscape around me. It's remote and barren with no real signs of life, just some odd looking plants I'm told later only grow above 3,000 meters. And finally, many hours after we started, the summit loomed into view. The finish line is right ahead of me.
Muchas gracias. My hero. He helped me all the way up the climb. Motivation, food, water. Thank you so much.
Bueno, este es el sifón, lo más alto de acá, 4150 metros.
So this is the top of the biggest, the highest climb in the world. What an achievement. What a monster of a climb.
Right, move on, thank you for nice. Right, man.
Hey,
So, there's hot water in a sink here.
can I help you? Your new bike?
What a climb. Let's have a camera.
You just got graduated. Congratulations, David.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm a bit wet.
That's all right.
Thank you. You okay, Len?
I don't think so.
Put your bike there and
Nice. How was it?
Yeah, really tough. Yeah. Easily the toughest climb I've ever done.
oh, there's nothing toughest. That's the toughest you're gonna ever do.
The last 20 kilometers, really tough. I was in a bad place. Really like no air.
Yeah, no rhythm.
No.
It's just trying to keep the bike moving
Yeah.
somehow.
I had to have a serious talk with myself. Went to a bad place. I was happy to get off. Is there really a cafe?
Oh,
I mean it.
and it's just so rewarding to be climbing to highest paved road on earth.
Yeah. Well, thank you for inviting me to Colombia to experience it. So
My pleasure, and thanks for coming. We
Right.
really had a great time climbing with you today. You're a great partner.
thank you so much. Hey, doggy. Hello. How are you? You're a bit wet, aren't you? Warm you up.
It's really hot water, so take it easy.
Find some heat from a stove. No idea what they're cooking. So right at the top of the highest road climb in the world, 4,200 meters I believe right now. Been climbing for hours. The weather, as you can see, we've had thunder, lightning. We've been through all sorts of ecosystems and weather. It's hot and humid at the bottom. An amazing climb, amazing achievement. Definitely must do it. But the last 20 kilometers, let me tell you, super tough. Not much air, oxygen to breathe, and I was really had to push myself hard. Had a talking to myself to push myself through it. But we're here, right at the top. Get changed out of the wet clothing, and yeah, relive the climb.